Pyrus spinosa, also known as the almond-leaved pear, is a species of flowering plant in the family Rosaceae, native to the northern Mediterranean region. It grows to a height of 3 to 10 m, 10 to 33 feet. It has white flowers which bloom from April to May. The almond-leaved pear produces fruits that have a slightly bitter taste. We have excellent quality, 20 to 25 centimeters tall plants on offer. A small tree from northwestern China. The deeply lobed bright green leaves with generally 5 to 7 lobes, rarely are the leaves entire. The white flowers are held in small bunches of 6 and appear in May. The fruits are small, yellow, and persist well. Small deciduous tree with broad maple-shaped leaves. Beautiful autumn color. Large white flowers often with a delicate pink tinge in spring. Pyrus phaeocarpa, the dusky pear or orange pear, is a species of flowering plant in the family Rosaceae, native to the Lus Plateau of northern China. A wide tree reaching at most 7 to 8 m in height, it is hardy to USDA Zone 5, or perhaps even Zone 4. Its small yellow to brown fruit are edible, and its autumn foliage is bright orange to orange-red, giving it good potential as an ornamental. Its chloroplast genome shows that it is closely related to Pyrus pascia, the wild Himalayan pear, and it is suspected to be a hybrid of P. batilofolia, the birchleaf pear, P. epirifolia, the apple pear, and P. usuriensis, the Manchurian pear. Apples are an incredibly nutritious fruit that offers multiple health benefits. They're rich in fiber and antioxidants. Eating them is linked to a lower risk of many chronic conditions, including diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. Apples may also promote weight loss and improve gut and brain health. Apples, pears, nashi and quince are pome fruits, grown from spring blossom and harvested from late summer through to late autumn. Pyrus armeniacifolia, also known as the apricot-leaved pear, is a species of plant in the family Rosaceae. It is known from northern Xinjiang, where it is cultivated near Tachung. The species was formally described by Tsate Sunyu in 1963. Pyrus armeniacifolia is a deciduous tree with a pyramidal crown. It can grow 8 to 12 meters tall. The plant is cultivated in orchards in northwestern China. The fruit is almost certainly edible. Pyrus pyrifolia is a species of pear tree native to East Asia. The tree's edible fruit is known by many names, including Asian pear, Japanese pear, Chinese pear, Korean pear, Taiwanese pear, apple pear, zodiac pear, three-heads pear, papal, nasbati, and sand pear. Asian pears are indeed round, apple-shaped fruits, and they are ripe when they are still firm. Just like apples, they ripen best on the tree, and are often packed carefully, with a protective layer of insulation wrapped around each fruit, to prevent bruising. Mayhawk is a native hawthorn, a deciduous shrub in the rose family and found in shallow ponds, wet woods, and seasonal swamps along the coastal plains of the southeastern USA and the mountain ridges to the west. It is one of the many species of hawthorn found throughout North Carolina. Studies at the University of Georgia Food Science and Technology Department showed that raw mayhaws are a good source of ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and beta-carotene, which becomes vitamin A inside the body. In addition, they contain small amounts of minerals such as copper, iron, magnesium, and potassium. Pyrus batilofolia, known as the birchleaf pear in English and tangli in Chinese, is a deciduous wild pear tree native to the leafy forests of northern and central China and Tibet. It can grow 10 meters high in optimal conditions. Formidable thorns protect its leaves from predation. The birchleaf pear is a quick-growing, wild pear from northern Asia. Its cold hardiness and disease resistance has made this tree a choice rootstock among orchardists. The fruit is small, only about the size of a cherry, but it will provide an autumn food source for wildlife in your area. They can also be gathered and made into jellies or bottled whole for a midwinter treat. Calorie pear is a small to medium-sized tree with a compact, symmetrical, pyramidal or columnar shape that spreads to become oval with age. Many cultivars exist with slightly different characteristics, all contribute to the species' invasiveness. Pyrus caloriana, or the calorie pear, is a species of pear tree native to China and Vietnam, in the family Rosaceae. It is most commonly known for its cultivar Bradford, widely planted throughout the United States and increasingly regarded as an invasive species. Pyrus caleriana is deciduous, growing to 5 to 8 m, 16 to 26 feet tall, often with a conical to rounded crown. A small, round flattened with angular faces. Base color is yellow with red blush on the sun-exposed face. Malus cansuensis is a species in the genus Malus in the family Rosaceae, called with the common name Calva crabapple. A tree of this variety would produce a yellow fruit in the size a half an inch. The white flowers are about 2 inches across. Canadian serviceberry or shadblow serviceberry is a small, understory tree or large, multi-trunked shrub usually growing in clumps with many upright branches. Its crown is delicate and open. Long-petaled, white blossoms, opening before leaves emerge, are followed by a small, crimson-colored, edible, apple-like fruit. The persimmon is the edible fruit of a number of species of trees in the genus Diospyros. The most widely cultivated of these is the oriental persimmon, Diospyros kaki, among the most commonly human-grown fruit trees on Earth. They have a silky, slippery texture and taste kind of like the fabulous fruity love child of a mango and a roasted sweet pepper, with some cinnamon in the background. They are rich and tangy and sweet, all at the same time. European crabapple is a small and thorny, native wild tree, which is distributed over most of the European countries, including all the Nordic countries except Iceland. Its scientific name, Malus sylvestris, means forest apple. European crabapples are generally cooked prior to eating, due to the taste and texture of the raw fruit. European crabapples are used most often for their high pectin and acid content, which makes them ideal for jams and jellies, but also a good substitute for pectin for other jams. Malus florentina is a species of apple known by the common names Florentine crabapple and hawthorn leaf crabapple. It is native to the Balkan Peninsula and Italy, and it is grown elsewhere as an ornamental tree. Sook. The crabapple is a small, deciduous tree found primarily in the temperate zone of the Northern Hemisphere. These trees typically grow to be 4 to 12 m tall, and possess distinct white, pink, or red petals when in bloom. Crabapples are self-sterile, and thus completely rely on insect pollinators to transport their pollen. A rare, upright, vase-shaped tree with toothed, green leaves. The flowers appear in corymbs. The fruit ripens to a rich red. Hawthorns are deciduous plants with simple leaves that are usually toothed or lobed. The white or pink flowers, usually in clusters, are followed by small apple-like pomes that range from red to orange to blue or black. The fruits vary in flavor and texture but are edible and sometimes used in herbal medicine. Hawthorn has long been used as a hedging plant. Mature trees can reach a height of 15 m and are characterized by their dense, thorny habit, though they can grow as a small tree with a single stem. The bark is brown-gray, knotted and fissured, and twigs are slender and brown and covered in thorns. One of the most beautiful of the flowering crabapple species, Malus floribunda, Japanese crabapple, is a stunning deciduous tree, creating a broad, rounded, densely branched canopy. Opening from red buds, masses of fragrant, single, pale pink blossoms, fading to a glistening white, appear in mid-spring. While crabapple fruits are not toxic, they are generally not fruits that you'd pick from the tree to eat. The Japanese flowering crabapple's fruits are tiny, only half an inch in diameter, and tend to be sour to bitter in flavor, making them less than palatable to human taste buds. Pseudosidonia sinensis or Chinese quince, Chinese mugua, is a deciduous or semi-evergreen tree in the family Rosaceae, native to southern and eastern China. It is the sole species in the genus Pseudosidonia. Its hard, astringent fruit is used in traditional Chinese medicine and as a food in East Asia. They bear large, solitary, white or pink flowers that are similar to those of the pear or apple but feature leafy calyx lobes and a many-celled ovary. The fruit is a golden yellow pome and may be round and flattened or somewhat pear-shaped. Ripening quince fruits, Sidonia oblonga.